In this video, I'll be covering absolutely everything you need to catch up to AI content in 2026. I'll cover AI image, video, and audio generation, all the models to use, workflows that actually work, and the mistakes that waste your time within each category. At the end of this video, you will be able to produce the highest quality of AI content and will know more than 99% of people on the planet. We'll be covering how to make celebrity talking videos, static ads for any product, podcast videos, motion swaps, and so much more. I'm David, and I've generated hundreds of thousands of views with AI content, spent hundreds of hours using these tools, and spent thousands of dollars on generation. I'm also the founder of an AI content platform called starpop.ai, which I'll be using throughout the demos in this video, but all the tips, tricks, and workflows that I'll be showcasing apply to absolutely any platform you use, so this is useful for you no matter what. This video is long, but it's packed with value. It's what I wish I was told when I started all of this. So sit down, grab a coffee, and let's get into it. The way I think about AI content is that the best AI content is a combination of these three categories. First, image, then video, and audio. So I'll start with image, presenting the different workflows and models, and then video, same thing, the different models and workflows, and finally audio. So let's start with image, which is the simplest in the sense of comparing models, because there is a clear winner in terms of what you should be using every single time, which is Nano Banana Pro. It is by far the best model. Like it isn't even a comparison. The only downside to Nano Banana Pro, and this is really the only downside, is that it is censored to a certain extent and has gotten stricter starting January, in the sense that you're not allowed to put individuals into clothes that can be a bit too revealing. So anything that is sportswear, even sportswear that is a bit too revealing, it blocks now. It blocks certain images that you may, like a car crash, things like that. So it is getting a bit more restrictive. Some of the reasons because they've gotten lawsuits. So that's the only reason why you would look at any other model. Other than that, don't ask yourself any questions, just use Nano Banana Pro. It's amazing, it's insane. So that's for the model section. If you do want to create images that are uncensored, at that point, I would immediately go for Seedance 4.5 or Grok Imagine. By uncensored, I mean you can generate nudity, or you can generate things that are a bit more revealing but not nudity that Nano Banana Pro may not want to generate. Okay, so that's for the models. Now we'll go into the actual workflows. So it's divided into two sections. There's text to image. So that means that you're only giving a prompt as input to the model. And then there is image to image. So image to image means that you're giving the prompt, but you're also giving reference images. And it's worth noting that Nano Banana Pro accepts an insane 14 reference images. So there's some crazy examples out there of people giving 14 images of random objects and saying, put all of these images together in like a park where, like, you know, there's a guitar, there's every single reference image given. So yeah, that's just a little fact there. But yeah, so I'll start by presenting the text to image workflow. And the way you have to think about this is that you would only really use text to image if you do not need accurate results. So if you don't need accurate results, and that counts for product or character or background. And in general, you do want accurate results, but there are certain reasons why you would not. So not giving an input image is practical when you want content that is original, something that you know is fully AI. So for example, when you want to create a character. So, you know, the workflow that I would use is go on Pinterest, find a character that I like, someone that looks good. So I wanted to generate an elderly Asian woman. So I took the woman from, what's the name of the movie? Crazy Rich Asians. I then went to Gemini and asked it for a detailed JSON to create a selfie of this woman in a natural city environment. And then it spit this out. But to be clear, I didn't give this image as input. I went to Gemini, gave this image to Gemini. Gemini then gave me a text prompt, and then I used that text prompt alone with Nano Banana to generate this person, who is an AI character. So these two are not the same, and I won't have any legal issues if I use this AI character.
And creating a unique AI character is something that we all do a lot, and will expand in the future as these models get better. Creating good AI characters is going to be a big industry. So this is the workflow to create original AI characters. Then very similar workflow for human B-roll. So here I have an example that I actually did use, which was for this is like a hook. Like this is a hook that you could use to sell absolutely any product. A woman crying could be, an elderly woman, a young woman, could be a guy, could be anything, could be in any environment as well. So I found a really good reference image for this from Pinterest again. I strongly recommend Pinterest to do image search. And then same process, gave that to Gemini, gave this prompt, so create a detailed JSON to recreate this image, and then got this out of it. So again, why would you do it this way? It's in order to get something that is unique. So with this image, that's your image, it's a fully AI image, and you can then use that as a hook. So you can animate this image with VO3 or Kling 2.6, and then put a caption saying, whatever you want, and then, transition into selling your product. We're not going to talk about ethics or anything like that in this video, but yeah, you choose what you want to do. A lot of the AI content that's working right now is using the fact that with AI you can create highly emotional hooks and highly emotional content. So another example, well, these two examples here revolve around B-roll. So it's very easy to ask ChatGPT or Gemini to invent these prompts, like close up of a 22-year-old black man, handle on a steering wheel, Ferrari, blah blah blah. Like these are prompts that if you ask ChatGPT to give you B-roll of a rich guy driving his car, he'll give you this. For this, same thing. This was a ChatGPT prompt that it gave, and it gave me this. Again, the use case for these B-roll examples is primarily either hooks or B-roll content while someone is speaking. So these images are actually used as hooks as well for selling books. So these images are taken from a client that sells a book, and one of the recurring video formats that his competitors are doing is to make these super aesthetic images, animate them, and like have a caption on it, and that's your hook. And then you transition into like talking about your product or whatever. All right, so that's text to image. And those are the primary reasons why you would use text to image and not image to image. Because truthfully, I spend 90% of my time in image to image. And that's, and when I say 90% of my time, I mean like in general, whether it be video, audio, like I mostly do image to image because honestly, any good AI video starts with generating a good image usually. And then you go to video later. But so here, I can start by showing the same example that I gave above, but this time with an image to image workflow. So if I were to do this in an image to image workflow, because for example, I had this AI avatar. So this is one of my AI avatars. If I wanted to, again, use image to image to get that character consistency, the workflow would be, you take the image, you give it to Gemini to create a detailed JSON prompt that describes this image. And then the only difference is that when you go to a tool like Starpop, for example, which I forgot to present myself, but if you don't know me, I'm the founder of Starpop, which is an AI production platform similar to Hixfield or any other platform that you may know. So if you go to Starpop and you go to create image, and here you go into the form, the only difference is that instead of just giving the prompt, you would also give the reference image of your character. So here, my AI actress, and then the output would be very similar, except that, it would have that character consistency. So again, this was without anything, and then this was with the additional input of my AI character, which then gives me control of what person is going to be crying. Okay, yeah, so that's one workflow. And then this is a very common workflow for UGC content, selling a product. So here, I did do a bit of testing with this, but this is the workflow that results in the best accuracy. So in order to get this final image, which looks very, very realistic, I first found a TikTok video. So there's a bunch of ways to do this. You can scroll TikTok, you can go in Fastmouse. Well, those are the two primary ways. So I actually found this one on, sorry. I actually found this one on Fastmouse. It was one of the best-selling TikTok shop videos. And so all I did was I went on StarPop, went to the video analyzer, and here, no, you can't see my screen. Went to the video analyzer, and here, as you can see, I gave the URL of the TikTok video. So this is the actual TikTok video.
As a girl who went from 235 to 152, one of the things I wish I knew when I started my postpartum fitness journey is how important collagen was.
Yeah.
Everyone talks
You get the point. It's a classic, like, UGC video that performed very well. And once I have this video, what I would do is then, where is it? I think it's this. Yes. Yeah. I would then add it to my assets. And then here, if I go to my assets now, you can see I have it here. So this is the TikTok video that you just saw. I would then go to extract frames and just take a screenshot of the first frame. Or I could take a screenshot of any frame in the video. And then from that screenshot, I have my reference that I'm going to use. So the reason why we do it this way, instead of creating a whole new background, etc., which is something you can do as well, is because it's hard to improvise this level of realism in terms of lighting, decor, etc. Here, she has like a messy counter. The lighting in the background is a bit shit, but it's natural. So we want to keep this as part of the input. Then we're going to use our character, whatever character AI influencer you have. So again, this is the AI influencer that we created here. So we'll pass this as the second image. And then for the third image, we'll pass our product. So this is a client product CP1, someone who is in the Discord. And in order to create this image, that's a slight note, this image is actually also an AI image and leads me to a very important caveat that I see a lot of people missing, which is that if you just give this image, which is what most of you do, you're just giving your product image on a white background, you will get bad results half the time because the image model doesn't know how big your product is. If you just give it on a white background, it's very hard for it to know, so it'll guess. And that's how you get product images that are too big or too small. Here, by first generating an image of your product in someone's hand, or just taking a picture of your product in your own hand and passing that, the model knows how big your product is and will be able to give much better results every single time. So here, in terms of the prompt, very simple. Replace the character in image 1, so that's our black woman here, with the character in image 2, that's our Asian woman here. Remove the blue container and glass with powder from image 1, so that's to remove the product that was being sold in the original video. And make the woman hold my product in image 3 instead. So image 3 is here. And if you're wondering, yes, in the prompt, you can reference the images that you give by image 1, image 2, and image 3. Because when you pass images, there is a certain order, a specific order that is given to Nano Banana. And that's how it's able to understand my prompt perfectly. And as I said, replace my character in image 2, or replace the character in image 1 with the character in image 2, and make her hold the product in image 3. And then it gives you this image, which is, super, super realistic. So yeah, that's that workflow. Now, the last thing I want to cover for image creation is bulk image editing. So this is something that's very, very powerful, and that is unique to StarPop, and that I built myself because I found myself wanting to produce B-roll or hooks or anything that is image related a lot faster. So here, this was an example of a client that had a book. So he was generating this, he was trying to replicate a competitor that was doing a lot of book B-roll content. And I figured out how to essentially, even this image is AI, by the way. This isn't real. This is also AI. But so I generated this base image of the book open in the hand in a very natural environment. And then I would use bulk image editing to essentially change the background and like make it in a bunch of different environments. So, you know, what was it? A cozy chalet at golden hour, the Swiss Alps at the top of the mountain with the clouds below. Yeah, I think that was the prompt. And then at the beach, but you could just like stack them. And the way you actually do that, instead of talking, I should probably show you, because it's probably a bit confusing if I just speak, is by here, inside of StarPro, we have a very unique feature where if you toggle variation mode, you'll be able to select multiple models, but here we'll just select Nano Banana Pro. And so here, if, well, I don't have the book brand here, but if I were to select this, the product, for example, and then here for variation images, oh no, I'll stick with the book example first. So the way I did it for the book example was here, if I show you. So you can see I use what's called a prompt variable. So this is a bit technical, but stick with me and you'll get it immediately. So here, say please change the background and lighting to a different scene, and the scene is X. So here, copy this, go back to StarPop, and here, boom. And so here, I'm just gonna make X a variable. So make variable, and then here, inside of the value, this is where you can like go crazy and say the mountains, the beach, the mall, New York City, Tokyo, Japan, like anything. Just go crazy and build a bunch of variations of your product in different scenes, different environments. So yeah, you do the mountains, the beach, what was it? Yeah, New York City. You get the point. You can do as many of these as you want, and then generate all of them at the same time, which is super cool. So this is, yeah, that's a specific workflow for bulk image editing, which is very powerful and I use on a daily basis. And then this is another example of bulk image editing, but with static ads. So I made a tutorial post inside of the Discord, I think it was a week ago, about this, where essentially the same principle of doing this bulk AI image editing applies to static ads, except that here, and for this, I'll make sure to share my screen. Yeah, we don't need anything from here. No, it's this one. Yeah. So here, the way it works, in the same way, so I would toggle on variation mode, but here, we're not going to be using the prompt variables. Instead, we're going to use the variation images. And what the variation images allow you to do is essentially give a bunch of input images that will essentially be looped on. So if you give 5 variation images, you will get 5 images out. And what this is super useful for is, imagine you have an image of your product and you like that image, you like the composition, you like how the person is holding it, but you want to change the person holding your product to 100 different people. You can do that in one click here using this feature. The way that would work is in the base image, you would give that image of the person holding your product, and then the variation images, you would give those 100 different people, and then in the prompt, you would say, switch the character in image 1 with a character in image 2, and then one by one, it would combine your base image and one image from the variation images to like compose those 100 images of that base image with the unique 100 characters. Hopefully that's clear. I'll
when you set the variable, right? When you enter a proper variable, you're saying.
Yeah. Well, here it's in the variation images. With this is like a variation image example. This isn't for the prompt variable. The prompt variable is like if you want to keep it loose, because again, prompt, like if you're just using text, the image model will improvise. And sometimes that's what you want. Like in the example I was giving above, the first example, we do just want at the beach, and then the model improvises what kind of beach, what's going on in the background. Same thing for the mountains, same thing for everything. That's good. We don't want to do the research to find a beach image, a New York City image. It's just too much work. We don't need it because we don't mind the randomness. It's actually good to have randomness in the background. But if you want to like switch a character or make a static ad or make a lot of static ads, then you want to be precise. And so this is the example for that. So I'll actually show you the exact workflow. So for the base image, this is the image that will be included in each generation. So for this, you'll select the product. So here, this product on a white background. Since it's static ads, the sizing doesn't matter as much. For the variation images, here you'll use our templates. So if you go, oh yeah, you can't see my screen. Okay, you go to the templates tab, and here we have a collection of, what is it, 136 static ads that are taken from some of the highest performing brands on Meta Ads. So you all know these brands: AG1, InnoDrive. I don't actually know that one. Pet Lab Co. What else do we have? What's this? I know what this brand is, but I don't remember the name. Here, Aura Ring, Ridge. Anyways, so all different concepts of ads, and that's the key point. Is that not a single one of these ads is the same. They all have different formats and unique aspects to them. Like this format of static ads is like a UGC, like picture review style. This is more of a discount style. This is more of a unique selling point style, etc., etc. You get the point. They're all different. And so here, what we would do is click at the top here, select, and we would select, just to make sure I am. So click at the top here and click select, and here we'll select multiple static ads that we're going to use as reference images. So here I will select this one, and this one, and add all three at the same time. So here you can see in base images I have my product, and then in the variation images I have the formats, the templates of the static ads. So this one, which is more of like a unique selling point format, where it says like stress relief, energy boost, hormone balance. Here, same thing. And then here it's like a competitor comparison. The final thing that you would want to do is here for base image, you want to like switch it to this being your base image. Or no, sorry, keep variation images as your base image or your main image. The only thing this does is it tells the platform that you want this image to be passed first. So remember how I said that you can reference images by image 1, image 2, image 3, image 4. Selecting these as the main means that on the first image, this image will be put first with this one. On the second generation, it'll be this with this. Third, this with this. You get the idea. And then here, I'll show you how to get the prompt. So the last thing I have to show you is that in order to get the prompt, you would first do it this way, where you would go to image templates, and then click one, any, use, and then here it'll load the actual prompt for the template. But again, it's not rocket science in terms of the prompt. It's just create a static ad for my brand, enter your brand name and product. So here you don't need this, or like specifically for my example, we don't need this because it's like the brand and product aren't two separate things. But if you have a lot of SKUs, then it would be. For my brand, and then here I'll type CP1 that does, here I'll say that is an NAD plus supplement with higher concentration and higher absorption. Absorption. Okay, this is very important. The reason why I make the effort of telling Nano Banana Pro what my product does, even though you may think it's not relevant here because we're just doing image editing, is because Nano Banana Pro will actually reason. So it'll actually think about what your product does, what your unique selling points are, and will automatically adapt the unique selling points that are on the static ad reference. So here, on this static ad, the unique selling point is more protein than 5 eggs, more omega-3 than a salmon fillet. These don't match, our product at all. And if you were to keep them, your static ad would be useless and shit. So by giving it this information that your product is an NAD plus supplement and it has higher concentration and higher absorption, it'll use that to adapt the copy in a very, very good way. And so here we have the results. So here, for example, these were the results of using this. So you can see the quality is like insane. So first off, it looks very, very good and kept the styling. But what you'll notice is that it adapted the selling points. So here, higher concentration, superior absorption, healthy aging. I didn't tell it that NAD plus is correlated to healthy aging. It just knows it and adapted the selling point to that. Cellular energy. Again, I didn't tell it that it's related to cellular energy. It knows it, it reasoned about it, and adapted it by itself. Yes, someone is asking a question.
I thank you for this. It's very cool for the content generation. How do you personally distribute your content and put this out there? Are you primarily changing it into ads or videos or posting organically?
Uh,
You want us to go use your tool and make a bunch of great content, right? How do we put it out there successfully? I have lots of good video content on TikTok that does really well. I want to do better other places. This content is not going to do well in my TikTok video realm, but it might do well other places. So you're saying, I mean, I think this is the coolest thing ever, so don't think I'm knocking it. But you're saying you're making videos AI of this hot girl and getting a bunch of wankers to follow you. And are you, one, are you monetizing that? And two, how, if I'm this NAD plus brand and I make all this content, are you recommending that I post these 4 pieces of very similar organic content with the hope one goes viral? Are you recommending I choose the best one and post it, or post it as an ad?
Yeah. Okay. So there's a lot of things to address there. So like specifically this, like what I'm showcasing here, these static ads, this is useless, and I would never use this for like organic. Like this is specifically for ads. That's why I say like static ads. Static ads is a category of the type of content that you would run ads on. Usually more bottom of the funnel, where you want to present a discount, or yeah. So for this specifically, like this static image ad editing, for that it would be meta ads 100%, or maybe Google ads. But then for everything else, video, for example, which we haven't got into yet, we'll get into video later. At that point, like the type of content that you would be generating, especially to sell an NAD supplement or any type of supplement, would be very, very different. It would be much more long form, videos that are 30 seconds to 1 minute long, building trust with the customer, usually bringing them through an emotional journey. Very different, which I will show you. Through the video. I'll show you an example of how we turn our Asian women holding the product into like an actual video talking about the product. And then the biggest variable is script writing, where you, like, if you're good at writing really good scripts and telling a really good story about your product, what your unique selling points are, then some of the best AI videos have generated hundreds of thousands of dollars on TikTok Shop. But yeah, and then the last thing I want to address in regards to like the accounts. So yeah, I actually do run one like AI OnlyFans girl. I do run one account like that organically. But it's not the only thing I do. I also run another account for a client that is very much like supplement based, where there it's more like talking head videos that are a podcast. So it's a woman on a podcast talking about her health journey and then plugging the product at the end, things like that. But yeah, so this is for the bulk image editing. And so this wasn't actually the example for the bulk image editing, because this is just one static ad. The example for the bulk image editing is here, where here you can see I took these 3 different formats and in one click generated this one, where again it changed the brand, it changed the comparisons between products, it changed all the copy, everything. Same thing here, it changed the diagram, it changed everything, but kept the format and styling. So yeah, I guess that's the last example for the... Sorry, I need to drink. I think I caught a bit of a cold. Okay, so yeah, that's the last example for the image editing. Now we'll get into video, which is, I think, what most of you are here for. But it is important to understand image, because the best videos are made with good images. So I'll start by saying that with video, it's a bit more complicated because there's no clear winner like there is in images. The main models are Veo 3.1, Kling 2.6, Sora 2, and Kling Motion. And there's different reasons why you would use each model. Sora 2 and Sora 2 Pro is, I think, the most famous model and is the most realistic model by far as well. No competition. However, there is a massive problem with Sora 2, which is that it does not take character image input. And that's why you cannot generate a video that is Sora 2 that is longer than 12-15 seconds. It's because you're not able to give it an image of a human being holding a product or anything and tell it, make this person say XYZ, like you can with VO 3.1 and Kling 3.6. The only thing you can do is give a product image and then give a prompt of what you want that person to say, and then, you know, it'll improvise it. And that's the general takeaway with Sora 2. It's that it's amazing at realism. It's the most realistic model. And it's also an amazing, I call it director. So it's able to improvise things in an amazing way. So here, for this example, as an image input, I just gave it the static ad. And then here, hopefully, no, you cannot see my screen here. How am I going to do this? Yeah, here. So here, I just gave it the image input and then said, please create a high intensity commercial with 3D renders and aesthetic fast cuts for my NAD plus limit with higher concentration and absorption. And then it generates
the energy you've been missing. Introducing CP1 NAD Plus Advanced, a higher concentration for superior absorption, powering cellular energy and supporting healthy.
Okay, so the reason why I'm showing you this is not to say that this result is amazing. There's certain pieces of it that
the
are
energy you've been
like these shots are super cool. These shots are super cool. You know, this shot is super cool. The improvisation of the copy is super cool, etc., etc.
The energy you
by no means is it a finished video. So the only way you would really use this is by cutting it up and kind of repurposing some of the clips. The reason why I'm showing you this is because it's a perfect example and the most extreme example of understanding that how Sora 2 is an insane director. It's the only model that's capable of taking this image, just this image, and making a full production out of it. Like, yes, there's problems with it. The copy here is broken. The copy here is broken. You know, this is out of frame. This is shit as well. Like, the copy is broken at the top. There's problems with it. But it just improvised something that is nearly perfect. Like, it's not too far from being perfect, and is really, really high quality in terms of motion graphics and animation. This is like an extreme example of showing how, showing the most unique capability of Sora 2, which is improvising and being a director. This is another example in a more humorous sense. This is a video that was generated by someone in the Discord, which is like, is there audio? Yeah, there is. Here.
Listen the fuck up, y'all! Do you know why your pre-workout sucks? You ain't taking 0 to 100. Get you some, bitches! All gas, no brakes, motherfuckers!
Yeah, so this was a bit post-produced. Like, Sora 2 would probably make mistakes with like these scenes here, where it's like, you know, B-roll. But all of the like main footage of like this guy, you know, floating through a church saying these crazy things, that's Sora 2 improvising it with a very bare bones prompt. Like I think the prompt for this was like some like random ChatGPT prompt that said like, you know, crazy commercial of a black priest floating through a church saying XYZ, and then it improvises all of the composition, the camera panning, you know, the B-roll, looking at the people's reactions. It improvises all that, but that's filmmaking, and Sora 2 is the only model that can do that. Like, any other model fails dramatically. So yeah, these are the two best examples of how good Sora 2 is and how unique Sora 2 is in terms of being a composer, a director. Then these two examples are more on like its ability to kind of direct, but more be executioners in terms of realism. So here, for this example, I fed it. So let me show you here. I fed it, as I said, you cannot give an image input. You cannot give an image input to Sora 2 that contains a human being. It will block you every single time. But you can give a product. So here, you know, I want the person in the video to hold my product. I have no say on who the person is. I can give details, but not have my person. But so I just feed in this image and then give a prompt, and then I get this result, which is extremely realistic.
This video is for the boys. If you're one of the boys, you're going to want to hear this. I started taking these grass-fed beef brain capsules a couple months ago. Literally from the first bottle, my PR in the gym doubled. No joke. They've been crazy for focus too. They keep selling out, so if you see the orange cart pop up, grab them.
Okay. So, the key takeaways from this is that the voice is hyper-realistic, the tone, also the cuts. So, you know, it created this hook by itself where like he swoops in from behind. This is a very like good hook. And then cuts and he's in front. That's Sora 2 doing its magic and improvising that. It's not me who told it to do it.
You're gonna want to hear this.
In terms of the sound, you know, it improvises, telling him to shake it. It then
From
improvises
the first bottle, my
the sound of the bottle shaking. But so overall, the biggest takeaway from this is just the realism. But the downside is that you're limited to 12 seconds, where if your script is longer than that, well, good luck, because you can't continue this character speaking. So what you would then need to do is take a screenshot and continue it with VO3 or Kling 2.6. The most realistic day-to-day use case for Sora 2's realism is actually just hooks, like emotion hooks. Because it's so good at realism, it is by far the best option for generating hooks that are where like your only priority is getting like a very emotional hook of a woman like gasping for air or something like that, which was a question that someone asked. So here. So as you can see, it's super basic. Like there's no sound, there's nothing. But this is a woman that Sora 2 improvised. Again, I cannot tell it to do to like generate my character. It has to improvise. So it improvised this character and made it have this like very, very realistic reaction. Like it's impossible to tell this is AI. And so the reason why this is great and like honestly the best use case of Sora is because not only is it, you know, very realistic, blah blah blah. It also like the downsides of Sora kind of match with this use case, because if you are doing emotion hooks and you're doing them at scale, like you want to post 10 emotion hook videos, you need each character to be different usually in a different environment, unless you're like trying to run a specific like AI avatar page. But usually you're like testing a bunch of avatars and like just doing a bunch of different emotional reaction hooks. And so that fits very well as well, where you just need a very good, very realistic reaction hook, and you don't mind too much the consistency. Yeah. So that's, here I've covered these four. The last thing Sora 2 is very good at as well is, again, improvising aestheticness, or like beauty, you know, things that look good. So here the example I want to show is, again, for the book client. So where is it? Where's the video? Oh, I know where. Wait. Let me see. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yes, and can you see? Oh, no, I can't share this one. Okay. Oh no, but it's fine actually. I can just switch. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so here, I think it was this one. Yes, so this was a video that went viral for, you know, a competitor of this book brand that got 9.3 million views, where the hook was this very aesthetic shot of, you know, I don't really know how to describe this. It's like sunset over this beach. And so I just gave it the TikTok URL, analyzed this viral TikTok video, and it gave me this prompt, a wide shot of a serene seascape at sunset, blah, blah, blah. And so I then just use this prompt, go to create video, select Sora 2 Pro, then give this prompt, and then the result is here. The result is, oh no, shit. Well, this wasn't the right, shit. Let me see. This was replicating another video. Can I find the... Yeah, okay. Doesn't matter. The exact same process was taken to generate this, where like it was another viral video where instead of it being at the beach, a sunset at the beach, it was a sunset, you know, on a city. And so same process, I gave it to the video analyzer, it gave me a script back. I just gave that script to Sora 2, and then it generates this. And again, this is my footage, so you won't get into any issues using footage that you get from Pinterest and animating it, which is also something you can do, but this is original footage that Sora 2 improvised, and Sora 2 would be the only model that could improvise this well, because it's the only model that's really good at improvising and generating aesthetic content. Okay, so that's it for Sora 2. Next, we get into the video models that actually do take human first frame input. And the three models that really do this well are Veo 3.1, Kling 2.6, and Kling 3.0. But Veo 3.1 and Kling 2.6 are the only ones you really need to worry about. So Veo 3.1 is the better model, but it's very restrictive. So you will get blocks sometimes because the model thinks that you're generating a video of a celebrity, or I was once trying to generate a video of a car crash. It didn't want to do it. So it's very restrictive, very annoying. Kling 2.6, on the other hand, is very similar to Veo 3.1, but it's a lot less restrictive. So my default is actually Kling 2.6 for generating pretty much any type of video. If I do want character consistency. Yeah, if I do want character consistency. So here we have an example of, again, the image that we generated here. So my character in a dark background crying. And so for the prompt, very, very simple. She's crying and wiping her tears off her face. She's recording herself, sad, wiping off her tears, blah, blah, blah. Here. There. Yeah, and there you go. So there's a chance that Veo 3.1 wouldn't have done this because maybe it thinks it's emotionally manipulative or something like that. Kling 2.6, you won't get any issues with that. Same thing for celebrity content. If you want to animate a celebrity saying anything, Veo 3.1 will not do that, but Kling 2.6 can do anything. Yeah, so that's for that. Then here we have like two very similar examples where, again, like it's always the same process. It's just reference image that you generate with Nano Banana, and then like super basic prompt where you say like make her say XYZ. So this is a very famous AI character that sells supplements. It's run on like a pretty big Instagram account.
I am Nana Edna. I come from the Amazon, and I will be sharing the secrets of my long life with you on this social media.
Okay, so I generated this by, as I said, just giving this start frame, and then for the prompt, just saying make her say XYZ, and then I say Amazon and nature and birds chirping in the background sound. As you can see, I put no effort in the prompting because it understands, but I don't worry about grammar or anything or spelling. I just go fast. So yeah, so this video was generated with Veo 3.1, and as you can see,
I am Nana Edna. I come from the Amazon.
It does such an amazing job at improvising what the person would sound like. Like I didn't tell it how the person sounds. It just looks at the image and improvises how this old woman sitting in the Amazon would speak.
I am Nana Edna.
And it nails it. Another thing to note is the background sound. So, there's the birds chirping, the natural
I come from the Amazon, and
sound of the water as well in the background because there's this waterfall. So it improvises all of that. Yeah, that's for the Nana Edna example. This is for podcast, which is a format that sells a lot of supplements.
Have you ever heard of Star Pop? It's insane. You can just make insane ads for any product.
Oh.
Okay, so I mean, nothing really to note here. Pretty much the same things that I said before. It improvises the voice of this woman. It improvises the fact that, it improvises the voice, but also how the voice sounds because it is being recorded on a podcast. So you get kind of that like podcast sound for the voice. Yep.
Really quick, just wanted to ask something about like the woman in the Amazon. So for that one, you said it only makes it looks like 8 seconds right there. So you just have to pretty much clip a bunch of those videos together to make like a 30-second video or whatever.
Yes, exactly. However, there are features, but essentially, like what you just said is very much accurate, and it's very much accurate. You have to clip multiple VO3 videos together, but luckily Google has a feature that makes this a bit easier in the sense that here, if I select VO 3.1 or VO 3.1 fast, you can go to extend video. And here, what it would do if I had a VO 3.1 video selected here is that it would show you the VO3 video that you just generated. You can select it, and then you can extend that video by another 7 seconds by just saying continue the video, saying the rest of your script, and then you can do that again and again up to 30 seconds. So VO3 has a hard 8-second limit, but you can use extend video to extend your clip 7 seconds, 7 seconds, 7 seconds until 30 seconds. But then if it's more than 30 seconds and you wanted to use VO 3.1, you would then have to continue your script with another VO 3.1 video and then use that same extend video strategy. Your other option is to use Kling 2.6, where Kling 2.6 has a 10-second limit, or I think Kling 3.0, which is a new model, has a 15-second limit. But again, since these models have character input, you can make a video that's however long you want, because you can just clip them together, as you said. Yeah. So these two examples.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to. Was that it? Like, did you need any additional details?
No, I think that works. So like the best option would be Kling, and you'd get the same like clean video style that you got from the one you just generated.
Yeah. So this one was made with Kling actually. These two are VO. This one is Kling. So I can show you the quality, and then you can judge. But so here, same thing.
Okay.
I give it the start frame, which again we generated in the prior phase by like taking the real image, switching it with our character, switching it with our product. And then here for the script, we just say, the woman says in a natural tone with an American accent, blah, blah, blah. So if I show you this here.
Okay, so I normally don't talk about supplements on here, but I've been getting a lot of DMs asking what I've been taking lately because I've had way more energy. So here it is.
Okay. So the result is as good as VO3. Sometimes you can get results with Kling 2.6 that are even better than VO3. Specifically because Kling 2.6 is way better at prompt adherence. So if inside of the prompt, this script was like a bit shitty and unspecific, but if I wanted her to move in a very specific way, or for example, say, hey guys, this is the CP1 product I use, and then at that moment, move the product forward towards the camera, then I can include that in the prompt, and it will respect the prompt at a much higher level than VO3. VO3 doesn't respect the prompt as much. So the highest quality podcast videos I've seen are actually made with Kling 2.6 and not VO 3.1, because Kling will be able to respect the natural hand movements that you would include in a really good podcast video prompt. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, and so this is one final example. I think this one is VO3. Yes, it is. Again, input frame, and then...
Hey girlies, I thought I'd make this video and stop gatekeeping this amazing stress and skin support supplement I've been taking.
So, same thing. It improvises the voice, improvises the...
I thought I'd make this video...
how the sound would actually be inside of a kitchen environment. And then it also improvises the sound of her tapping on the supplement. Okie dokie. Yes. So I think that's it for the VO3 and models that take image input. Most of the time, you'll be using VO 3.1 or Kling 2.6. Like if you're generating video and you're generating video with like an AI character that's holding your product, talking about your character, talking about your product, it will be with one of these models. Yeah. Then this is a new model, which not sure how relevant it will be for your product, but it is very, very relevant for clothing. It's mainly used currently for AI OnlyFans and like AI creators as well, like AI influencers that aren't necessarily going into OnlyFans, but maybe selling a course or anything like that. But it's motion control, and with motion control, the way it works is that you give an image and then you give the motion that you want to apply to that image, and the motion is usually taken from a video that has already gone viral. So this, for example,
I cannot waste no time, bitch, I'm really grinding. If I
sound is high. So this, for example, is a TikTok shop video selling, I think it's this jacket, and so this is this girl's whole page. Like all she does is make videos of her wearing TikTok shop clothing, and the video is very basic. It's just her lip syncing, holding the camera, and like wearing the product. This is super easy to like make a whole AI influencer for, and like copy her videos or copy her motion, I would say, and sell the same products. And you won't even get into any trouble if you do it right in regards to like copyright or anything like that. Because what you can do, like number one, obviously you would change the character. So you would make it your own AI avatar, but then you would also change the background. And this is something like people who do it wrong don't change the background. And then you get copyright issues and like you're obviously stealing her video and like her background. But if you create your own background for your own AI avatar, and the only thing that you're taking is just the motion, then it's not a big deal. Yep. And so here I'll show you the finished result. So again, that's the video that you just saw. This is the image reference, and here is the finished result.
I cannot waste no time, bitch, I'm really grinding. If I ever said I love you, I was lying. I fuck with you, but you was always like a side bitch, cause I could never put nothing over grinding.
So, very, very cool how it's able to just do it. It's also cheap. Like, that's the other thing that's really cool about motion control, is that it's cheap. So yeah, that's how motion control works. Okay. The final category, which I'll cover inside of the video category, is lip syncing. And lip syncing does include audio, which I'll cover right after. But so, yeah, the way lip syncing works is that you will give an image input, just like every other AI video. However, here you're also going to define the audio file. So you're not going to let the video model improvise the audio. You're going to tell it what audio to use, and then the only job that the video model has is to adapt the movement of the human's mouth and hands. So here I made this video of Donald Trump very quickly. Here.
David is
Let me see.
David is showcasing the Fabric 1.0 lip syncing model. It's a great model. I've never seen one better. It's tremendous.
Okay. And so I'll show you now how I actually made this. Where is it? Here. Yeah. So the way I made this was by going to Fabric 1.0, which is a lip syncing model. If you're familiar with, what's their name? HeyGen. Like HeyGen is also a lip syncing platform. But so the inputs that it takes is an image. So here, my Donald Trump image, right? And then for the audio track, it takes the audio input to lip sync on. And so this is where I would give it this, which I generated.
David is showcasing the Fabric one.
So here it's just the audio file, and then you generate it, and it would give you the output. Now the big question is how do you get the audio track, which we'll cover in the next round. But in short, you would go to create speech, and to make this like Donald Trump voice specifically, I used Fish Audio, which is like an uncensored voice platform, which is really cool, where you can get pretty much any celebrity voice. So here, I always like showing this example.
Oh, barnacles, this is the most amazing day ever.
So that's SpongeBob. Then, where is it? Where's Donald Trump? Ah, here.
Folks, nobody knows noise better than me. Believe me. These other companies, they're terrible, just terrible with...
Anyway, so that's the Donald Trump voice. That's the voice that I used. And all you would do is just click it, select it. And then for the speech script, I could give it a script as long as I want. I can make it like 5-minute monologue, generate the audio for it, and then go to create video, select my 5-minute monologue, and generate. I think it actually is 5 minutes. Like Fabric 1.0 has a 5-minute limit in terms of how long you can make a video. But I mean, realistically, you would be generating 30 seconds at a time max, 30 to 1 minute at a time max. So yeah, that's for that example. And then here, so this is another workflow that's very similar, but instead of generating the audio with AI, you actually record yourself. So this is an AI clone of me that I've used for like product demos and things like that. And this video, so let me show you here. The brands using AI content correctly, are printing right now. So this is an image of me, an AI image of me, but here I'm not using an AI voice, I'm using my own voice. So how I do this is by recording myself talking and then giving my recording of me, like my actual person speaking to Fabric 1.0 and my image model. And so the output is my AI avatar talking with my real voice. So this is how you get the most realistic lip syncing or like AI lip syncing results, is by actually speaking as a real human, which like AI, it's going to be a while, I think, until AI is able to improvise and recreate perfect human emotion and tonality. So you can speak with your human voice and then just lip sync over that real human voice, and like, it'll cover the facial expressions and everything. So this is the workflow that I use if I'm ever making an AI clone of myself. Yeah, okay. So here, I'll just close these tabs. All right, so now I'll cover audio real quick. And for audio, the two main categories are text-to-speech and speech-to-speech. So speech-to-speech is for voice changing, and then text-to-speech is for just like generating new audio. So when you're generating new audio for a script that you want said, your two options are to use a pre-made AI voice by an AI lab. So using a pre-made voice from 11 Labs or Hume or Fish Audio, which we just did to generate that Donald Trump script. Or you can do an instant voice clone. So an instant voice clone allows you to take a video, any video. So if you like someone's voice on TikTok, and then clone it. So here we have the example of that.
I have been burned by weight loss programs before. The apps, the coaching, the promises, the fluff. I didn't want another subscription.
Okay, so she has a very unique voice, accent, etc. And she's talking in her car. And so imagine we like the way she communicates, we like her voice. We can just download this video, and then here, what did I want to show? Oh yeah. Here I can go to, what is it? Create speech. And then here, instead of using ready to use voices, I can like select the video. So imagine it was this one. And then same thing, like exact same thing, just give it the script I want it to say. And then it will use the voice from that video to generate my new script, which is why it's called instant voice cloning. And so the example that I have for this is here. Yeah, again, let me know if you can hear it.
Hello, I am currently recording a video showcasing the Create Speech page. My voice preserves the same accent and tone.
Okay, so hopefully everyone heard that. But yeah, so that's how you would clone it, and the result is very good. It keeps that same audio quality and accent that is unique to that woman. Yeah, and then, so that's for instant voice cloning. The other option is using a pre-made AI voice. And so that's the route that we chose for the Donald Trump audio, where we went to Fish Audio, selected the voice, gave it our script, and then generated. And so here, I mean, you've already heard the actual audio file, but here it is again.
David is showcasing the Fabric 1.0 lip syncing model. It's a great model. I've never seen.
Okay. And so the way you would actually do this inside of the application is, instead of going to clone from video, you would go to ready to use voices. And here, as I said, you have 11 Labs, Hume, or Fish Audio. And yeah, you would wait for it to load because it first has to load. And then once it's loaded, you could just search Donald Trump. And then, oh, that's weird. Why doesn't it show the main one? That's weird. Well, I don't know. But here,
Folks, nobody knows noise.
You find the voice and select it and just give it whatever script you want, generate the audio. Okay. And so for the last example of the video, I will show speech to speech. So this is how you voice change, which is different, where here, this is a video that already has audio. It's actually me talking, and I want to change it to either a 11 Labs voice, or I can clone again. So here is the example of that. So I wasn't able to find the base video, but yeah, you can hear my voice now, so you can see the difference between the two.
Right, for step 2, you just need to generate your podcast set. I made a podcast studio with a Labrador as one of the co-hosts, and this is where AI shines. You can generate anyone and put them in any scene. Step 3 is just...
Okay.
We just lost the audio on this one.
Oh shit, okay. Let me... this is so annoying. Wait. Is it this one? Yeah. Does this work? And it's no secret, the brands... Oh no, this doesn't work. That's not my... Is it this one? Yeah, here.
Is just right. For step 2, you just need to generate your podcast set.
on the audio.
I made a
Still
pod.
none? Okay, I'll stop sharing and reshare. Shit, this is the last example, so here. Okay.
Right. For step 2, you just need to generate your podcast set. I made a podcast studio with a Labrador as one of the co-hosts, and this is where AI shines. You can generate anyone and put them in any scene. Step.
Okay. So you guys were able to hear that, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So the process was taking that video of me talking and then just changing the voice. And so this is very, very, very relevant when, for example, you are, Brianna, you said previously, putting multiple VO 3.1 videos together. VO 3.1 is going to make those with different voices each time because it doesn't know what voice you want to use. So it'll improvise a voice. But you obviously want to preserve one same voice throughout all of those videos that you're clipping together. And the way that you do that, and in StarPop it's super easy, you would like go to create video page. Imagine these are like your 4 or 5 separate clips that you made in VO3 or Kling 2.6. You would select them, and then here at the top you would choose change voice. And as you can see, it then loads them all here, where here you would then go to audio, or no, you would here you would where is it? You would select them, then you would change voice, and then instead of using use AI voice, you would clone from video. And so when you clone from video, you can select your first video that you like the voice of, and make sure that the video, the voice that is used in the hook, like the first part of your video, is the same that is used in the other parts of your video, so you have one voice throughout. Yep. So that's that. I think we've covered everything.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I think now we can just do a little Q&A and yeah.
That video you made of yourself with the lip syncing, did you generate that video with AI first?
No. That's
a real video.
No, that's an AI video. That's an AI video. I just recorded the sound. So I just recorded myself.
Oh, just the sound.
Yeah, I just recorded myself talking, and then I gave my AI avatar, like the image of me on that red background, and then
it's a still image.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you created the still image with Nano.
Yes.
Nano Banana.
Yep.
Okay.
I have a question as well, please, David. That's all right.
Yeah, of course.
Could you just quickly explain more? You know, the TikTok. So as you've been speaking, I've been playing around myself with the TikTok analyzer section, and I see if I go back, it shows you like the transcript and the prompt extraction. So what should we do with this information that's provided, like prompt extraction and the transcripts? Like, do we put it into the how would you do it?
So you can use it as a base to generate an image. Usually you can use it as a base to generate an image or video directly, but as I said, the best video is made by first generating an image and then animating it. So yeah, like for this workflow, it's simple to understand, this workflow here, because for that workflow I went to clean, oh no, it's not this one, it's this one. Video analyzer, and so I analyzed this video, and for the first prompt segment, it's like it generated a prompt for this this hook section, this aesthetic hook section, and I then copied this, went to create video, selected Sora 2, and then just gave the prompt and generated, and you'll get like the exact same style. But you could also do this with create image. It just depends. But you can't use it to like immediately like clone a video. It gives you good starting points for each segment of the video. So if there's different environments, scenes, it gives you a really good starting point to like to then clone it with an image or video.
And yeah, I understand what you mean. So it's like sort of like with the image deconstruction with the Gemini, right? Sort of
Exactly.
Just to give you an idea of where to start. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. No, because the way the video analyzer works is that it'll actually watch the video. So it's not just, it'll actually watch the video and understand what's going on in the video. So that's how the prompt segmentation is accurate. It knows that in the first 3 seconds it's this clip, and then the next 2 seconds it's this clip, and then it changes. So it watches the video and understands how things flow, and so it immediately gives you segmentations of each part, which then you could give to an AI model like ChatGPT and ask it to give you the individual prompts, or just reuse them to generate an image.
No, I understand what you mean. Thank you. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Yep. Is there anything else from anyone?
This may be in the MDBC chat, but is there anything like a code that we should use if we want to sign up to try out StarPop?
Yeah, there
Or
is.
could you just explain like why we would use this instead of the individual tools?
Yeah. Which individual tool are you referencing?
Like Gemini, Nano Banana, Veo, Sora, like you're helping to bounce back and forth between the tools and add some prompting magic, and then also very nicely save the videos so they're always referenceable. I think that's one of the biggest pieces, and yeah, bringing a lot of tools together. But
yeah,
if I'm already paying for half of these tools, then it's kind of an expensive plan to jump on top. I mean, not compared to content, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed the beginning. Could you give the pitch?
Yeah, no, so I didn't give like the full pitch on this presentation, but the pitch essentially is that you wouldn't need any other tool, you would just need StarPop. So as you said very correctly, it centralizes everything into one platform. So that's not just useful in terms of like having the different models on one platform, it's also useful because, as I said, like starting out, the best AI content is made from a mix of these 3 categories. So if you aren't using an aggregator of all of them, what will end up happening is that you will be generating on one platform, downloading, uploading on another platform, downloading, uploading, downloading, uploading, downloading, uploading, downloading. With StarPop, you have everything in one, and you have everything accessible through every part of the application. So Sora 2, for example, it takes an image input. If I click Add Image, you'll have this dialog, or like this pop-up that comes up, where you have access to templates. So you have access to the podcast templates, you have access to the TED Talk templates, you have access to the character templates. You also have access to all of your generated images, all of your uploads. But again, like if you were just using ChatGPT, you would have to download an image that you generated somewhere else and then upload it. And then once you have that Sora 2 video, you need to download it again if you wanted to do a voice change over it. So yes, it is very much that centralization aspect. And then the other aspect is that we are building StarPop to be a tool specifically for ecom. So we're pulling the product, especially like from now on, into more of a direction that is made for e-commerce, and that's relevant for the educational content, the community that we're building around it, of other people that are hustling with AI video, trying to sell products, and like sharing all of those learnings through templates and free education. So it's very much like that centralization aspect, and the aspect of having a founder that has an ecom background that is building features that will help ecom owners specifically.
Cool. Thank you.
Is there a reason that you don't? Oh, sorry. Were you done with your question?
Yeah. No. All good. Is
there a reason you don't have a Midjourney on here?
To be honest, I have never found any reason to use Midjourney. I know it's good. I know it's good for like creative output, but I found that GPT Image 1.5 is quite decent for more like creative output. But like the honest answer to that is just that I don't find it that good, and like there's so.
Because I have
yeah, sorry.
I have a skincare brand, and I find that Midjourney, like the skin tones that Midjourney creates, look a lot nicer than say Nano Banana. Like I created an image in Midjourney, but like the customization in Midjourney is kind of really difficult. It's hard to get the image to do exactly what you want. So I just generated a good base one with good lighting, really good skin. I put it in a Nano Banana, and I just asked it to change like a minor thing, and it like totally wiped like the quality of like the skin textures and like how nice the skin looked. So Nano Banana is like it's good in terms of like customization and moving things around or changing little things, but I just found that like the skin tones aren't great for it.
Is it skin tone or like skin detail?
Skin tone, well, I guess not skin tone. It would be skin detail, like textures on the skin, like how smooth it looks, but also looks real. Whereas Nano Banana, just like the skin didn't look very healthy. It didn't look very good.
Yeah.
It kind of like it cut down some of the lighting on the skin, made it like kind of a bland lighting on it, and the skin just didn't look super healthy. So.
I see. Yeah. So the way I would solve that would probably be to add a enhancer layer. So there's certain like skin enhancer image models, which is just a lot simpler. It's like you generate your image with Nano Banana Pro, and then if the skin is a bit shit, then you just pass a filter over. It's not actually a filter, it's a full image model that will enhance the image. It'll make it higher quality and like give it pores and really high skin texture.
Is this something you do with a JSON prompt in Nano Banana, or it's like a totally separate app?
It would be a totally separate model, like a totally separate layer. But I can look into adding it to the platform, and that way, like again, having everything inside of one tool, so that you just generate your Nano Banana Pro image, and then once you have that image that you're happy with, enhance the skin.
Okay, cool. And also, I have got another question. It's very possible that maybe this was answered somewhere else in, the Discord or one another call. But like, what kind of stuff are you seeing for like compliance and engagement? Like, do you have to, depending on the platform, you have to flag certain content as AI, and other platforms you don't have to flag. Some ads you do, some ads you don't. Like, what are you seeing in terms of like compliance and like, actual engagement? Like, where do you need to flag stuff? Where do you not need to flag stuff?
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure on every platform now they have a like AI content switch that you're supposed to switch if it is AI content. I know TikTok and Instagram have it. I myself do. I never turn it on. I never turn it on. Yeah.
Really?
I just never turn. I've had videos at like 120,000 views, no issues.
And you never you don't get flagged?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, no. Like,
are you running those videos with ad spend, or is that just organic?
No, that's organic. For ad spend, I couldn't say. I haven't spoken to many people who run AI content as ad. Actually, I have, but I've never asked them this question. But inside of the Meta Ads Manager, is it asking you specifically if this ad is made with AI?
I'm not really running on Meta. I'm more or less asking about TikTok Shop. I know Amazon ads, you don't have to flag, as far as I know, and you can just put whatever up. It doesn't matter. They don't seem to care.
Yeah, I would say.
But I know with TikTok, I've got like my main store, and then I have like all the creators that are making for me, and I could have like an AI account, I could have a non-AI account, I could have an AI account that I never flag or whatever. But ultimately, the GMV Max ads are being spent on all of those campaigns.
Yeah, so I understand okay. My answer to your question is don't do it. In general, with AI and compliance,
don't flag it as AI.
Yeah, don't flag it. My only caveat to this, and this I would always recommend this. Like, this is the caveat in regards to like flagging or compliance, is that if you're posting AI videos on your main page, right, like on your main account, then abide by the rules. Just don't get banned. But what you're describing here is not that. What you're describing is having a separate AI account where it's like your AI creator on like a new account that you don't really give a shit about, and you're just running GMV Max on those posts. For that, treat it like you would a real creator. It's like, if that account gets banned, or I mean, it won't get banned. It'll get maybe your video will maybe receive a warning. That's like the maximum I've seen. Literally, I haven't. Same thing for meta ads. I've ran like AI meta ads that were a bit too much on the like misinformation, emotional control side, and the worst thing that they do is flag it. But again, if it's on your main page, I wouldn't recommend it. But if it's on a creator account, like an AI creator account, I wouldn't. Like, I haven't seen any issues with it.
Cool. Great. Thanks.
Yep. All right. Any last questions?
So there's you said you put a YouTube video up, I think I saw not too long ago. So that goes over kind of everything you just went over today.
No, I haven't made a YouTube video this in depth yet. But I'm planning on.
But this one will be in the Discord to look at again, right?
Yes. I'm actually going to post. I'm going to cut this whole presentation up and make it a YouTube video as well. But then I'm going to make a whole new video around this concept of like, everything you need to know about AI content. But yeah, I've recorded my screen. It'll be on the Discord.
I've got another question. In the very beginning of the video, you were talking about like referencing different images, where you say like image 1, image 2, image 3. Are you naming those files image 1, image 2, image 3, or you're just naming it based on the order that you upload to Google?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I didn't think about that. But yeah, no, it has nothing to do with the file name. It just has to do with the order of images. So here, if I select, I don't know, this image, and this image. So here, you can see the first image is this one. The second image is this one, and the third image is this one. Or like, here it's not super clear, but so you can see if I just add one image, this one, and then I add a second image, this one. This is my first image. This is my second image. That's all you need to know. Yeah.
Okay.
But then I can't speak for other platforms. Like depending on how another platform handles their thing, it may mess it up. But we pass the image information as it is given to us on the user interface, so that order is preserved. But I'm not sure how it's handled on other applications. I can't speak for other applications.
Okay, for sure.
But yeah, Brianna, was there any? Was that it? Was I able to answer your question?
No, yeah, you definitely answered my question. I just we just had a lot. It's a lot of information to take on at once, so I just want to make sure we can go back through it and like kind of have your expertise explaining it again how you did today.
Yeah,
that was mainly it.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. The recording will be on the Discord and on YouTube as well.
Cool, thanks. And then he said something about a code or something for the group to use.
Yeah, yes, there is a coupon code in the Discord. I think it's where is it? It's in. Yeah, I have to ask Brian to add it to the software discounts because I don't think it is on there, but it's in the announcements, I believe. Rob made an announcement about it.
Okay, cool. I'll go look in there later too.
Yeah, it is here. I'll just ask. So there's in the all announcements channel there is a post by Rob about the coupon. The coupon is MDBC-community. And it gives you 20% off the first month. But I have to ask Brian. I'm going to send him a message now to add it.
And I don't know if this is a stupid question or not. So whenever you get Star Pop, all of the Nano Banana and all that stuff comes in with it, or you have to like buy Star Pop credits and then they're used kind of like how the other mods kind of use them?
No. So when you buy a subscription, you get credits immediately, so you can use everything right off the bat.
Okay, cool.
And if we get a basic plan or whatever, and we run out of credits, do you can we automatically renew, or does it? How does it work to when you need to make more videos before you upgrade to another plan?
You can buy more credits.
And what rate do you buy them at?
You buy them a bit more expensive. It's like all platforms do it the same way. You buy them a bit more expensive, but they last forever, so they don't expire. Whereas
so if you don't use your credits from say your first month, they carry over to the second month?
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Is it all announced? No, it's where is it? Software discounts. Yeah.
Sorry, David. Sorry. Did you say that the credits do roll over or don't roll over? Sorry.
No, they don't. They don't. Yeah. The monthly credits don't roll over. The extra credits do. So if you run out of credits on your monthly subscription, then instead of upgrading your subscription immediately, which is not what you may not want to do, you can just buy extra credits, which are a bit more expensive. However, you get the additional upside that they last forever. So there is no unlike the monthly credits.
Yep.
Yep. But was there anything else, Alex or Jason? No. Okay. But yeah, thank you very much for joining in. for those who were here from the start, I think it's been an hour and 40 minutes so far. So it was great talking to everyone. I will post the recording on the Discord. And if there are any questions in the future, you know, I'm in the MDBC Discord. You can always just @ me, ask me anything, and I'm happy to help whenever. Awesome. All right. Well,
thank you, David.
My
Good speaking to
pleasure.
you.
Thank you. Appreciate it, brother.
Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.